Welcome to The Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind.
Hi, I'm Melanie Friedlander, and welcome to My Terrible Take, coming at you every Sunday, courtesy of Steelers Depot. With the official addition of a 17th game to the NFL regular season, DraftKings Sportsbook came out with their win total odds for all 32 teams. The Steelers were placed at 8.5, with the over at minus 125 and the under at 103. Now, as a Steelers fan, I immediately got my panties in a bunch. I was like, hey man, they're totally winning more than 8.5 games. Don't they know that Juju's coming back and Ben, and they just re-signed Tyson Alualu? Like, what the heck? Keep in mind, though, that Vegas is more about creating betting lines and making money than actually true predictions. And while I certainly don't have the understanding with the same level of finesse that Dave Bryan does, or even Alex Kozora now that Dave has coached him up, let's break it down for non-betting fans to really understand what this means. So, again, if the over is a minus number, and here it's minus 125, and the under is a positive number, plus 103, that means that the over is favored. So Vegas is actually expecting the Steelers will win more than 8.5 games, but this is where the betting starts. Let's look at how they've compared to the actual Steelers win-loss schedule in the past. In 2020, Vegas had them at 9 as the over-under. The Steelers, of course, went 12-4. 2019, they had the over-under preseason at 8.5, and the Steelers came in at 8.8. Then again, no one could have predicted that Ben would have missed most of the season. In 2018, the over-under started at 10.5, with the Steelers coming in at 9-6-1. And way back in 2017, back in the day of the Killer Bees, the over-under was 10.5, and the Steelers, of course, finished their regular season with a 13-3 record, winning the AFC North. Well, let's look at how the rest of the AFC North is predicted to do. So, DraftKings has the Browns at over-under at 9.5, with a minus 150 for the over and a plus 123 for the under. The Ravens at 11, with similar numbers for the Steelers, minus 125 for the over and plus 103 for the under. And the Bengals at a measly 6.5 wins, minus 110 for the over and under, meaning that it's basically a break even. So as a fan, you might want to know how to bet your money, probably bet the over right now. But you also want to know that the Steelers are probably going to win more than 8.5 games. Now, obviously, we have no idea what other teams will do in the draft. We have no idea what the future holds for the health of any of our players. But if you look at the home schedule, I would predict that the Steelers will at least take 6 or 7 games here. I have them beating the Ravens, Browns, and Bengals at home, also beating the Bears, Broncos, Lions, and Raiders at home. And it's a toss-up maybe for the Seahawks and the Titans. Those are both going to be tough games. Away, I at least expect them to win against the Chargers because I'll be there cheering, and so will the rest of the Western Hemisphere. And probably take the Vikings in Minnesota. That leaves Ravens, Browns, and Bengals away, and Bills, Packers, and Chiefs away. And again, with a 17-game schedule, who knows who'll go rest. So I have the Steelers come in with 11 or 12 wins. What do you think? Anyway, that's my terrible take, and thanks for listening.
Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with myself and Alex Kozora every Tuesday and Friday.